a little bit of stream problems right at the beginning. So let's give it a few seconds. But anyway, folks, we're doing it live again. It's Struggling with Sozio, episode 49. Yesterday we had Darius Carter, and today I've got another banger for you. You guys want top-notch guests? I'm getting you top-notch guests. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to tell you. So, without further ado, let me get right into it. My man here today, I probably met about 10 years ago at the ECW arena. Him and his fucking crazy looking brother, they came into CZW on, on the word of Sammy Callahan. So, here come these little strappers from fucking Ohio. And you know what? They impressed the shit out of me. And guess what? They were good guys. They were fucking great to work. I've had some of the best matches and tag matches of my life with these two. But today, I've got for you the free agent, the modern man in black himself, Mr. Jake Crist. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man? I can hardly. You're breaking up at times.
Okay,
I
it
know
should
that was
straighten out.
probably a wonderful introduction, but I
Yes,
couldn't hear it at all,
I
and
put
we're
you
just
over big
breaking
time.
up. Like I can't even hear you. I don't know if it's on my end or what.
Uh,
Probably.
hopefully it's just on mine. Let me close this stuff I got open here, and maybe that'll make a little bit of a difference.
It's
Um,
we're live, brother.
we're live, brother. We're calling it on the fly. Come on,
There
come
we
on.
go.
You don't get to do it twice, Psycho Sid. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
can't.
no, we're live. We're live.
Is it a little bit better now?
Oh, that's a lot better now. Yeah, I
Okay.
can at least hear
Yeah,
you.
I don't know if it was the stuff that I had open over here or whatever the case may be, the fucking
That's
internet.
probably fine.
But how's everything been, buddy? How's
Oh,
how's
man,
how you feeling?
I can't complain. I've in this last 6 months or so, I've just been going with the flow. I
Yeah,
found my zen,
yeah.
baby. I've just been going with the
Yeah.
flow. Been calling it on the fly.
You know what?
That's how I like to do.
Yeah, you've always been pretty grounded and centered, though. You know what I mean? Like of between you and your brother, like you were always the mild mannered one, the quiet one. You know what I mean? And sometimes that's dangerous, though.
Yeah,
Sometimes
that's
that's a
the
little
thing.
dangerous.
You gotta look out for the quiet ones, right? Sitting back in the room,
Yeah.
analyzing every situation. Yeah, that's. I guess that's me. I
Well,
guess you
I
could.
mean, let's start off with the most important question out of anything I could possibly ask you. How's Neveah doing? Because I mean, we're worried about you, but we're mostly worried about your old lady. How's she
Oh
doing?
yeah, yeah, she's doing great. Yeah, she loves it, man. She's loving her time with Impact. Her and she's actually get to work with her best friend. So
Right.
I think she's actually really enjoying the business at the moment. And like I said, I'm really happy for her, and she's doing really well. And so are the children.
Nice. Yeah, man. That was my next question is how are the girls doing? How's the rest
Oh
of the gang?
yeah,
Dude,
great man. 5 and 17. Woo!
how, man, 17?
Yeah.
Jeez, I can't believe she's already 17. That's
She looks
amazing,
me
dude.
eye to eye
I,
right
I,
now,
I,
just
don't-
like,
I don't know how you do it with the three girls and yourself, but I mean I have some idea of how you deal with it, but geez, oh man, got to do what you
eh,
got to do.
blessed, brother. I'm blessed.
Uh, also too, since we're talking about Beth, can you also for everybody explain if you remember the time that I ruined the finale of Sons of Anarchy for her?
Oh yeah, you ruined her. Like, what was it, like 9 years that show was
Six,
on,
at
or
least at
however
least
long
six
that was?
seasons, at least 6 seasons of a
Six. I think it
show.
was what 7 seasons.
So at
Wasn't
least
it something like that? Yeah,
6 or 7.
you ruined her life with that. I'll never forget that. Just the look on her face, and I'm like, no. I try to stop you, but
Oh, it
once
just
you get
it
going,
came
there's
out so
no stopping you.
fast. It just came out so fast. I
Just
mean, and like
spills
just to
out.
set the tone, to set the tone, we were doing what wrestlers do, and we were just like sitting around ringside before a show, just talking, whatever. And I'm talking to Beth, and you hadn't come over yet. Like we were talking, and around this time, it's like 2012, 2013, and your hair was long, like Jack's Tellers, which so
Yeah.
I called you Jackie Boy all the time, and fucking and like she even made references to you looking like him, Jax and everything. So I'm talking with her, and now mind you, this is somewhere in the vicinity of 3 to 5 days after the finale had aired. So I'm assuming she saw it, being such
Yeah.
a super fan, right? So I'm wrong. Okay, so you know where this is going. So I see you walking up, and I go, Jackie Boy, I'm so spoiler alert for anybody that hasn't seen it yet. I go,
Yeah.
Jackie Boy, I'm so glad you didn't ride your bike into a truck, which is the ending of the show.
She
And she looked at me with all the hellfire in her eyes, like so I know what it's like if you're ever in trouble now. Like I know the look,
I've
and I
seen that
don't
look
like it.
like in the 19 years. I've seen that look twice. One was directed at me, the other was directed at you.
Ah, fuck. Oh, fuck. No. No.
But yes, yes, I
I'm
know that show.
50%, dude. I'm 50% of the look. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
bro, you're 50%. You know that look. There's two people that know that look.
Ah,
It's me and you.
fuck, dude. That's terrible. But
But yeah, we had our own little like Sons of Anarchy crew back then. Remember that? That was awesome. That was good.
yeah,
That was some of the best times.
yeah, for a minute there, we had enough people in the locker room that all kind of looked like somebody. Like I think Connor looked like somebody. I think I kind of had a Tig look about me at the
Yeah, you
time.
called your Tig. We called Alex. Oh, who do we call Alex?
Oh,
The one
Alex was
with
probably
the
Juice or
tattoo
something. Yeah, Juice.
on the Juice. Tat- Alex was Juice. I was Jax. Man, that was some great times.
Dude, I think I wrote to you guys recently when Grant passed because like I recorded an episode of the show that I never released because I just felt like it was for the boys and girls of our locker room, and I meant what I said, that was a real special time for me in my career. Like that was a good locker room that we had assembled there for a while in CZW, that 2012 to 15, 16 era, it was pretty awesome.
Oh, absolutely. I would have put that locker room up against. Yeah, I know a lot of people say this, but that locker room, like we had something special about it. There was just
Absolutely.
something special. I feel like, and I know a
Everybody
lot.
got along. You know what I mean? Everybody got along for the
Yeah,
most
we
part.
just
There
wanted to
wasn't.
put each other over. We weren't
Yeah.
about, we weren't about like holding, whatever was precious.
Yeah.
I'm holding this. No, no, no. We're white knuckling this until we'd let everyone. To me, at that time, it was one big lunch table, and everybody wanted to see each other eat at it, and that
Yeah,
was what was cool about it.
absolutely. Yeah, that
Especially
was good.
working with Grant, I was just thinking. About this before we went on the air and or live or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We're
We're on
we're
we're
live.
live. We're live
We're
on
live,
Facebook,
Jake.
coast
We're
to
live.
coast, brother.
Can I
Coast
do
to
this
coast,
again?
bro.
No, we're live, Jake. No, but I was just thinking, like, you were my very first crazy bump, like into outside. Like, remember that
Yeah. Just case of
superplex
death.
onto the chairs? Dude,
Yeah.
like that was my very first like crazy bump to the outside. I just remember like,
Like
just like
in your whole career? Like in your whole career, that was the first time?
that was my first time. Yeah. Like I
That's
believe
crazy. Like I
like
would have assumed you had done shit like that elsewhere. You know what I mean? Like I didn't
no,
think it was like that hardcore.
well, like as far it wasn't for like that time or
Oh,
where
not that
where
company. Sure, sure.
but like, as far as like big bump like we trained at HWA, so like we had like an occasional ladder match and so on and so forth, but like I didn't really break into the ultra violent scene of wrestling until I hit the East Coast really hard. And I just remember thinking about that bump, like, man, like this is either gonna hurt or it's like
Yeah.
or you're gonna be
Yeah.
paralyzed. So like it was in between.
It it worked out to be real smooth. And I mean, for anybody that doesn't know what we're talking about, we did a 6-man tag, right? I think
Yeah,
it was.
I don't, man, my memory is so
No,
shot, dude.
I think it was randomly. It was me, somebody in the front, and DJ against you, Dave, and Beth. I think.
Probably. I just remember
Because I
doing.
remember I did some chain with her and shit, and like she was taking me to school because she's better than me at wrestling, so
Better,
that
yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got schooled, I got to school, but yeah, I remember thinking on that show it was Cage of Death, so we needed to do something stand out, and I was like, I'll take a superplex to the floor through chairs. I tried Jake, so like I'm sure he'll be good with it. And like I assumed that you had done shit like that before, so I was like, yeah, you do this? Like, yeah, let's
Yeah,
fucking
dude. I was just like, yeah. I just was like, well, let Jesus take the wheel on this, and everything turned out perfectly fine. I got a few screws and bolts loose up here, but
yeah,
everything's probably fine. That's
yeah,
my life motto. It's probably fine. The John
yeah.
Murray story. Pro
Well,
athlete.
yeah, as I crack my neck 10 times a day, like literally 10 times, 12 times a day, I gotta go, and it's always the one side, and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, no, that's fine." Like, that's what normal people do.
It's
Yeah,
it's probably fine. Yeah,
yeah.
my
I
chiropractor
just
has a field day with me every time I just drag my limp ass body in there. He's like, "Get
yeah.
on the table, Jake."
I distinctly remember getting up there to take that bump and, like, you always get up there and you're like, "Oh, fuck, what did I agree to do?" You know what I mean? You always get up there and you have that, "Oh, fuck" moment, and I just remember you were going and I was coming with you regardless because you were pulling me, and I was like, "Here we fucking go.
Here we
Here
go.
we go," and
1,
it
2,
was
3, let's
fine. It was it
go.
was it was fine, and it got a good pop, and that's
It,
all the fuck you can ask for, right?
dude,
Yeah.
that was my Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop. And next thing you know, I was doing all this types of crazy bumps because it was like, oh, this went great with Jeff. I'll just do this with everybody.
Yeah, no, you definitely don't wanna fucking do
Oh, it
that,
hurts.
but
It hurts.
yeah,
Oh, it.
man. But no, I could say for sure, and I appreciate like every time I got to wrestle you and your brother. I know the first time we worked, it was Alex Payne and I against you and Dave at Excite Wrestling. Randomly enough, like we had a random one off there, and I think that was the first time we worked. And I saw Sammy the next day, and I guess you guys had good things to say, so I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
like I was
yeah.
like they liked working me. All right, you know what I mean?
Sammy's the always middleman. You always go to him like, hey, what do they have?
Yeah, what
What
did they
Jake?
like working me?
Did they
Yeah,
like it?
but
Did they like it?
but you guys didn't like Payne so much because I don't remember if you remember this, but like he tied up with Dave and he pushed him back into the corner and just popped him across the face like hard as fuck. He just shot a slap on him, and I don't think Dave liked that so much, and I wouldn't have either. You know what I mean?
He
I
probably
definitely.
tagged me and was like, "Take care of him" or something. I don't know. I don't know. No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't. Man, I wish I could remember little stories like that, but like I just
Yeah.
don't like. I don't know
I
if that
can't tell you anything else, you know what I mean? I can't tell you anything else about the match.
would.
I just
You
remember
just
that.
remember that, and
Yeah,
he
I can't tell
probably had
you.
this fire look on his face, and
I
maybe
think, I think you guys went over. I'm pretty sure you guys went over. I can't even tell you what the fucking finish was. It doesn't matter, you know?
that's probably fun.
Yeah. It was probably he probably took the finish. I was probably like, I'm not going under. Fuck you
I'm
guys.
not going under those guys.
Fucking jerk offs from Ohio.
Yeah, yeah.
But
You called it right away.
but I wanted to ask you also, early on here, I guess walk me through and walk, anybody watching, and obviously this is going to get shared throughout. Walk me through your 2020 with Impact Wrestling, and I guess certainly how it's gone for you with COVID. I mean, and how that's affected your wrestling. It's kind of affected everyone differently,
Yeah, man.
but
With the COVID stuff, doing the empty arenas that was cool for a while, and then going back on the indies and doing a bunch of IWA and like whoever would book me at the time. Like that was doing the social distancing, wearing the mask. I just wish people were smarter about it. Like Tennessee, nothing against you guys, but every time I'm booked in Tennessee, it's like wear your damn mask. Like what is
is
wrong
like
with you people?
is nobody in like wearing them? Nobody in the crowd or
No,
anything?
like
Like, is it just
there's
packed too? Like,
it's packed, you know.
Jesus. Oh, I lost your audio there
Packed
somewhat.
shoulder to
Oh, you're back.
shoulder in
You're
there.
back.
Nobody's wearing masks. It's like, guys, get your shit together. Like, and then like in the locker room, I'm just kind of like doing the fist bump because like
Yeah, right.
I always hated the whole like, hey, let's go and shake everybody's hand before and after every show. I
Yeah.
just thought that was just kind of weird. It's like if this was like at my real job, I would be the weirdo
Yeah.
going, to every single employee that works with me,
Have you ever
all
done
my
that?
coworkers, you know what I'm saying? It's like I would be the
Yeah.
weird guy. It's like, hi, my name's Jake Crist, good shift today,
Have you
and
ever done it out of context? I feel like there's been occasions where I've been in different settings with people or groups that I'm meeting or whatever, and I start doing it. Like, have you ever found
no,
yourself
no,
doing that
like
somewhere outside of
luckily
a locker room?
luckily, I've kept myself, wrapped and under control when it comes to that. But like, I would think like I would be the weirdo guy. Like, hey, stay away from Jake. Why is he shaking our hand before and after the shift? Like, I know it's a time honored tradition, but like during this pandemic, please, if you are on a show with me and you see me all masked up and I'm just chilling by myself, you don't
Yeah,
have to come shake my hand. Like you can just give me a
right.
high five from a distance. You can give me one of these.
Jake,
You can
right.
say what's up, like
And
whatever
right.
it may be.
And you won't think it's disrespectful at all. It's not a sign of disrespect. I
I
get it. I get
like
it.
when I booked Rockstar the last three. I booked it for 6 years. The last 3 years of it, I was like, guys, I pulled the Ultimate Warrior. I was like, guys, we see each other week in and week out. Please don't come and shake my hand. There was three rules: no f bombs. I forget the second one because it really wasn't important. The third one: please don't come and shake my hand. You don't have to come acknowledge me. There's no heat. Like anyone that has heat, that just because a guy didn't come shake your hand, like you probably shouldn't be in this business anyways. Like
Yeah,
who
I gotta
really
I
cares?
gotta say, like, to me, it was almost more important to do it with people that weren't workers. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of understood it, uh, to a degree that like it's a way of showing appreciation for everybody involved that's putting together the show. Because if one pawn isn't in place, if you don't have the lady at the ticket booth, well, you're fucked there. You know what I mean? Like, so you need everybody. So I kind of get that, but yeah, just in a general sense, of
During
not,
the
not
pandemic, like we're all
but
like
but not
from the
even like I'm talking like there's a lot of shit going on right now because of the pandemic that I feel like it's like we should have probably been doing this kind of stuff a long time ago. Like, you know what I
right.
mean? Not necessarily the masks, but like
I think
definitely
the
not
mask
shaking
too,
hands with.
especially after my first tour of Japan,
Oh
and
yeah,
I'm like, I asked Grant, I'm like, Danny,
yeah,
like, because he was on every tour of Japan with me, so it's
yeah.
like, I was like, Grant, why are they wearing the medical mask? Like, he explained to me, the Japanese culture, if they're sick, that's how they would
They
rather keep
keep it.
it
Yeah,
to
they keep it
themselves.
in. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
They don't spread whatever virus or whatever sickness they have to anyone else. They have respect for one another. And I was like, how those rich kids
What? It's like,
talk.
what
It,
is
it just
that?
blew my mind. I'm like, whoa.
What do you
Like
mean
Grant was the
respect?
most intelligent man I've ever met in this business, and he spoke well too, and he spoke like it too. And I was just like, Danny, Grant, you just blew my damn mind.
Yeah, yeah, that kid was like I mean, he was like a undiagnosed genius, I think. If you ever got it,
Absolutely.
yeah. I mean, we lost something special there. I mean, not just a deathmatch wrestler or wrestler, you know what I mean? But what a special kid Danny Havoc was.
Really kind person too, especially once you like
Funny too,
once he let
funny.
you in. He was hilarious. Like I said, I've done 5 tours of Japan. He was on all five. With Big Japan and stuff, and like he was doing death matches every single night. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, how are you able to do this? And you crack open whatever drink he was having, and it's just like, It's just what you got. It's what I paid to do, Jake. It's what I got to do. And I was just like, but you can wrestle like you're so
Yeah.
awesome. You don't have to put your body through this because like every single night he's like going through tubes and he's coming back like redder than my jacket all over his body.
Oh, oh, I
Like
know, man.
wow, and you know how hard he went in the paint.
Oh yeah. Oh, like yeah, he never mailed it in. There was never
Never,
never mailed it in. Never mailed
never.
it in. But I think we got sidetracked a little
Man,
bit.
I
I was
cannot hear you at all. You're like doing the breakup thing again.
mother of fucks. Okay, can you
Dang,
hear me now? Good.
I
Yeah.
can't hear you. You're like breaking up. I don't know
All
if
right.
it's my end or I'm sorry.
No, we're good. We'll how about anything? Any audio?
There you
Hang on.
go,
Let me
right
try.
there. There you
Okay,
go.
we're back. We're
Yeah, we're
back.
back, brother. Yeah, we're
Motherfucker!
live.
I tell you what, I'm gonna blame this on Steve Jobs, and I'm glad you're dead. Fuck you, Steve.
Oh,
The-
ouch,
yeah,
ouch.
fuck him. You know what I mean?
But that was you know, going back to that was a great time. And like I said, that all kind of just links into the big, you know, locker room lunch table we all had. Like
Yeah,
anyone and everyone could sit at our lunch table, and we just
yeah,
wanted to make sure everyone ate. Like I said, we were just putting everybody over, and everyone loved each other
yeah.
at that point.
We all spent a good time, fun times out back, having a good old time. You know, it didn't matter if you were in the Nation of Intoxication, OI 4K, the front, blackout. You know, it didn't matter. You know what I mean? Didn't
Just
matter at all.
scroll on, like, what's happening?
Yeah, I did. But no, like what I was saying was we got sidetracked a little bit, but I meant like walk me through how your year has gone with Impact, and you were obviously working, then you weren't for different reasons. I don't know how much of that you want to get into, but I figured I'd give you the opportunity to, I guess, kind of tell your side of the story, and I guess why you're now a free agent and things like that.
Well, I mean, I think, you know, that anyone that hasn't been, you know, living underneath a rock, you know, knows what happened with the speaking out movement. Rightfully so. It's all that stuff that happened. You know, everyone should be out of the business. But as far as impact, like I have nothing really bad to say. They helped me grow as a person. The more and more, you know, I thought about it. And it's like, why, you know, hold a grudge or a vendetta against anybody or any company? Because it's like that's just when you have hate in your heart, you're just holding on to a bad thing. You know, you're just putting negative thoughts out there, and negative things are going to come back to you. I really believe that. Not trying to
Sure.
get all, you know, spiritual or anything like that, but it's made me grow as a person. They've made me grow as a person. I've been there for 3.5 years, and at this point, you know, I think it's time to, you know, move on and see what the future holds for me. And this is the first time I get to break out. This is the first opportunity, you know, I get to prove to the world that I can be a singles guy. For the last 18 years, you know, I've been in a tag team or I've been
Right.
in, you know, a group
Group
of some,
setting.
you
Yeah.
know, so it's like I've always kind of, you know, been in the background, you know, and your view never changes, you know, as the Dusty promo, your view never changes when you're in the back, you know. So now my view has finally changed once I'm, you know, like out of the group setting. I'm finally on my own, and I get to prove to the world that I can be a star in this business.
Right, right. Yeah, and I mean, it comes under unfortunate circumstances, but it is a great opportunity now for you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? To
absolutely. Being a free agent, you know, going back to the roots, and you know, getting back to the actual, you know, where, you know, when you're up here and you like you're doing great production and it's empty arena and everything's safe, and then you start doing, you know, like when all that happened, boom, it's like once you start going back to the independent scene, and it's like shows with two rings, no canvases or no
right.
skirts. And it's like, oh man, like
Yeah,
kind of
shit.
for
You
me
forget.
that was like the like the rock bottom point. It's like, man, I questioned myself. It's like,
Yeah,
do I want to do this anymore? But
right,
then, you know, like I pushed on, and you know, some good things happened during that time. Some bad things happened during, you know, this last 6 months. You know, for me
right.
as professionally,
Yeah.
as far as, you know, COVID and all that and restrictions. You know, like you got to cut your rate way down, bro. The
Yeah,
bonus
yeah.
bets and back. You need to drink,
Oh
Chris.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, and
sure,
not
no
just that,
problem. Well, with
and
subscriptions, can we instead of paying you $500, can we do what? Like,
what? Well,
damn,
yeah, you know what it is
lucky I
too.
gotta pay my or I gotta feed my family.
Yeah, and they have to. I'm sure they're factoring in like, oh, we got to pay for a test or something like that, or we got to pay for. We have to up our protocol for COVID
Well,
safety, so we can't pay the talent as much.
yeah,
I'm
you
sure they
can't.
probably
You,
do
you
it
have to cut your rate. You have to cut everything down because
that way. No, dude, I'm
as a
sure.
business too, you realize as a businessman, I realize it's like most people at capacity they can run 50 people at most.
Right,
If they're lucky,
right,
IWA got to do it because they the health department in Indiana said that we got the only reason why we got to run shows is because he could run 50 people up top, like paying
oh,
fans, and he can
right,
have 50 wrestlers because we're stored in a different location
right, right,
since
right,
the
right.
locker room's in the basement. So like that's how some promotions got away with it. And luckily
Wow.
for me, I like I said, Ian, like he's always been good to me. He's never. I know everyone has horror stories for IWA and Ian, but he's never did me wrong, and everything's been right with me. And like during
Hey,
COVID,
there's still
I'm glad
time.
I can
There's
represent his
still time.
company.
As long as he's breathing, there's still time. He can still fuck you somewhere. You know what I mean?
Hey, hey,
He's still good. Still good.
don't you wish that on me?
No, but like you were saying though, I'm sure I know it's night and day. It's not necessarily a grass is greener thing, but sometimes it's nice to be someplace that's polished and kind of has it together with
Well,
all the pop.
production to me is everything.
Oh
It's the
yeah,
presentation. Like you, I ran Rockstar for 6 years, and like
right.
we went from great production at Third Street, and then when like we went to move to Water Elite, I was just kind of like, I can't do this anymore. Like I can't book no more. Like this, like guys can't hold people up in a vertical suplex in this building.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
so I was like, it hindered my creativity. I was like, I can't have people hide underneath the ring if I wanted to. I
I've
can't
I've
do
I've
things.
worked too many of those shows in my career, man. Like there was too many shows in my career where you couldn't go to the top. Like
Yeah,
there was just too many. There was
it's like,
too many.
all right,
Like
Jake
if you
Crist
did
going to the
if you did a
top.
frog splash,
He's ascended to the top, and then you get to the top, and it's like, you do your Hardy Boy thing, you start doing your Jeff Hardy thing, and then it's like, the ceiling.
you just you have to fall into it. You can't
Yeah, you
even
have
get
to
any.
just fall
Just,
into the like, what the hell? No one wants
no.
to see a falling swanton.
The best thing, however, though, I did see a spot years ago in a place like that, and they called it where like they did like a sky high with the dude, but sent him straight up head first and broke the ceiling tile.
That's awesome.
It was
I've done,
amazing.
I've been in too many shows where it's a pony ring where it's like you question yourself like, why am I here? Like,
What
do
did I
I really
choose?
want to
Yeah.
be a professional wrestler at this time? It's like you get in that little pony ring and you get in between the ropes. You're all oil. Like at that time, like I was wearing the trunks and stuff, all
Yeah.
watered down and stuff. And it's like, do I should I be in this flea market half naked
It
wrestling?
feels weird sometimes. It would feel
Felt
weird,
so weird. I feel
dude.
like if it feels weird to you, you're human and there's nothing wrong with you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you don't think it's weird, maybe get something checked up here for all
Yeah,
you
dude.
pro wrestlers out there that's like likes to get down to their trunks and wrestle in flea markets and doesn't think it's weird. I
Ah,
thought that
dude.
shit was always weird.
There was so many times, dude, like so many places where like you're getting dressed and like everything's getting fucking filthy because like you're in a shed, you know what I mean? Like you're in even in parts of the arena, it was just filthy. Like, you
Yeah,
know what I mean? And then everybody's walking around glistening in spandex. Like how bizarre, you know what I mean?
it's
And
it, it's a colorful world, right?
it It is. If it makes no, and like you said though, you question your fucking like, why am I doing this? I'm in
Breaking
a
up
bingo hall
again.
right now. I'm in a Legion hall right now. You can't hear me? Oh, okay. Time out. Time out. Time out. Testing. Test. Test.
It's breaking,
We're gonna,
breaking.
we're gonna try something. Hey, how about now? Yeah? No?
Yep, 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 yep.
Yeah, we got sound.
Yeah.
Sound. I don't remember.
And
I don't
now we're
remember what I was
breaking
saying.
up again.
Mother fuck.
Now we're broken up again. Are you serious?
I blame Larry. I blame Larry Legend.
Whose fault is this? Whose fault? Is it my fault? My fault? My
Can you hear me now? How about now?
breaking up.
Mother fuck. All right, hang on. Let me try.
Hi.
Technical difficulties. Anything?
Still breaking up. Er,
I'll tell you what. Time out.
timeout.
I'm gonna keep talking
Zach
and hope.
Morris timeout.
Yeah, Zach Morris timeout. I'm gonna try something
Zach
right
Morris
now.
timeout.
We got a Zach. Can you hear me? Say
Let's
bye
see
though.
here. What is going on?
Hang on. We're trying to fix some shit. Technical.
Nope. Oh.
Yeah. Hey, how about now?
I can hear you now.
Difficulties. Are you good? Can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Okay, maybe it was your connection. I don't know. I have
It's
no
probably
idea.
connections. It's probably my end. It's probably
It's
fine.
all. Yeah, we're gonna blame the fucking Ohio guys because that's what we did. No, I think we were saying something about getting dressed up in locker rooms and doing weird stuff in regards to. Oh, I think it happens like in a lot of different art forms. Like whether you're a comedian or you're like in a band or something. Like I'm sure there's a lot of gigs where you're like, Jesus, like I'm really gonna perform in front of 10 people in a laundromat at an open mic. You know what I mean? Just to say that I'm doing comedy or whatever, or I'm practicing my craft. You know, but
Yeah. I mean, that
it's
was
what
one
we
of the
did. You know,
times.
it's
Like
what
I'm
we
just
did.
practicing my craft, and I don't think it's on my end because you're breaking up again.
I tell you what.
I heard that though. That was
All right. Well,
you're
God,
back. Okay.
I don't know what the deal is. Let me make sure.
You're good now.
No, I can't. I
Oh,
can't
now you're
disconnect
breaking
the
up.
internet.
Now, as soon as you start messing with stuff, you're breaking up.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do.
You're breaking up.
Mother. How
It's
about
probably
now? Okay. So my
just put
girlfriend's
up those
texting
little
me.
technical difficulties,
My I
Sorry,
got a
we're
text
having
from
technical difficulties.
my girlfriend that my audio is fine. So it's probably your connection. So can you hear me now?
Oh,
Can you hear
it
me?
seems I don't know, but I can't hear you.
Well, I'm gonna try to ask you questions and then I'll let you talk. How's that sound?
Yeah, I can't hear you, bud. You're breaking up.
All right. Let me take you out. All right. Can you hear me any better
Yep,
now?
I can hear you better
Good.
now.
Okay. All right. If it starts breaking up again, let me know. Here's what I'm going to try to do.
Point in my ear like, oh, I
Yeah.
can't hear you.
I'll since we're having problems, we'll go to some sort of lightning round type stuff. I'll just ask questions and I'll let you talk since you can't really hear me too well.
Yep.
So I think I was going to ask you about. I mean, we've kind of covered what happened with Impact, and it was good that you guys decided to part ways, and it was peaceful. It wasn't a miserable divorce or anything like that.
Oh,
Uh,
I
and,
love
and,
it.
and yeah, and I'm sure like the difference between the first 15, 16 years of your career and then getting to actually be a TV star, it was probably night and day. You know what I mean? And it's an experience that you'll never forget.
Absolutely. Like I enjoyed my time there. I loved my time there. Like I said, they helped me grow as a person. I've learned a lot about the ins and out of the business, especially the TV side of pro wrestling that a lot of independent workers don't get to experience, and on a big level like that. So I'm grateful for my time there.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure it's probably different to make money wrestling that's actually taxable. You know what I mean? It's probably a
Oh,
complete.
oh, oh,
It's a
oh.
completely. It's like what? This is.
Yeah,
I'm actually.
Texas screws every single year. I get screwed for living my dream. Thank you, IRS. And I don't
Yeah.
mean the gimmick. I don't mean the wrestler.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Not fucking. Not Mike Rotundo.
Right.
Fucking. Okay. So what I was gonna definitely ask you about was like some matches that you'd like to have coming up. If I mean, given the circumstances of the world, if possible, who would you like to wrestle now that you're a free agent?
I look at all the different companies and I'm like, man, that
And you
guy
can't
would.
pick me. You can't. I'm not an option.
I want to work you, bro. Let's go.
Nah,
Get rid
dude.
of me.
Fuck you. You're done. You're done. I'm
Get
done.
your ass back into the business. We'll go do one of those crazy falls into a 6 or 7 chairs again.
But it's just gonna be a flare bump, and you're taking it. Like you're
Yeah,
gonna take.
okay. I'll do that. I'll make you look good, brother. I'll put you over
Thanks,
too.
brother.
You're
Thanks,
the only
brother.
person I'll put over.
Thanks, man.
No,
Okay, so
to
no,
be
go ahead.
honest, I get asked all the time, like, "Hey, who's on your list?" and blah blah blah. Like, but I don't have a like the free time I do have. Like, I spend playing video games. So
Sure.
like, um, I don't sit around thinking about like who I want to wrestle and so on and
Sure.
so forth. And to be honest, like I'm not even sitting around thinking about like who I want to sign with or who would be cool to sign with.
Right.
At this point, I'm just kind of enjoying myself enjoying my time being a independent wrestler. And at this point, it's like any way the wind goes, I'm gonna go. So
Right.
whichever
That's
way it
cool.
blows, whichever way the wind takes me, I'm just gonna go. Like at this point, I'm just being a free soul and just trying to do things my way because, like I said, the last 18 years I haven't been. It's been
Right.
great. It's been really great too. Been traveling by myself. It's just I don't have to wait on people. I don't have
Yeah.
to like like, oh man, where's this guy at? Because every single road trip you always got to wait on somebody.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Russ,
for
get your
sure.
shit together.
Yeah, I think unfortunately I was one of the guys that you had not you particularly, but I was always the one that like was lagging, So I was that guy like smoking or something like
It's
I gotta
probably
get one.
fine, dude.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably fun.
It's probably
It's,
fine.
so I mean
And you're
you kind
breaking
of
up again.
hang on, let me take you out. I'm gonna take you out and do a good
Man,
can you hear me any better?
breaking up.
No? All right, hold on. Now, but okay.
All
No.
right, let's see here. I'm
Ready?
I know it's not going to be on my end at this time. All right.
All right. All
Yeah,
right.
you're
Can you
still
hear me?
breaking up.
Let me get to I'm just gonna talk because it's recording, even though you can't hear me. You already kind of
Can't hear
answered
you.
all right. Um,
Maybe you could text it to me.
yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that.
What's up, kitty?
And stream. Still nothing, right?
Man,
All right. Well, we've temporarily lost Jake. I think he's going to exit and come back in. I had just been asking him about some of his goals and dream matches for 2021. And he was saying he didn't particularly.
it's not.
Hey,
I
but
still
hey,
can't
buddy,
hear you.
still nothing, huh?
Yep, I
Uh,
can't hear
uh,
you.
Okay. Stand by, and I'll send you a text. I'll send you a text. We're calling it on the fly, folks. This is how you
Calling it
do
on the fly.
podcast.
live.
We're
We're
calling on the
live.
fly. Can you hear me now or no?
Maybe
Still.
maybe you could send some smoke signals to me, bro.
All right. So what I'm going to be telling Jake,
Man,
and he can't hear me, but I'm
this
going to
is
send
really
it to him.
disappointing.
So okay.
Is there some sort of chat? I don't know. Let's see here. Do.
So I just sent you. I sent you a message, and what I was asking is,
Feel
how do
great.
you, good? You feel good?
Yeah, I'm feeling
I
great, bro.
what
And
what
I
I said what I sent him was, how are you feeling physically, and about how long do you think you have?
bro, I have at least
Can you
20
got are you
in me.
20 more?
At least 25, 30. I don't know, with modern science, and the way I wake up and I piss excellence, I could go at least, 29, 30 years.
You've got a lot of Terry Funk qualities. You know what I mean?
Oh, bro, yeah, I haven't even scratched the surface of death matches. I haven't went too loony and crazy yet. Like I haven't hit middle aged and crazy just yet. But once I get there, you'll know. Like once I start dabbling, and Alex Cologne's got there quicker than I have.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
once you'll start seeing Jake Crist once I get go middle aged and crazy, just like my just like my good old friend Juice.
Fucking Juice, aka Alex Cologne.
Fuck
But
Jackson,
since we're having trouble, I'm just going to get down to some business here. So what would you say, like, your biggest challenge this year has been outside of wrestling? With everything.
bro. Just being dealing like with COVID, just like everybody else. I think that's everybody's big main priority is not to get sick. And
Sure.
for me, it's not to bring it home.
Right.
Because
Oh, of
I
course.
am out there on the road because with the profession I chose, and where it's left me is like I've had to go out during the pandemic and wrestle for to put food on the table.
Yeah. No, I figured as much. I was just, throwing that out there. And then I guess one of the last things I wanted to ask, because this is struggling with Sozio, and I like controversy, and I like to ask the difficult questions. Uh I guess, considering, the effect that it had on you and your career, like, what are your feelings today towards your brother?
I haven't really spoke to him since all of this. Since everything has kind of happened, like I spoke with like him and like Joey even would text me here and there because I think Joey like a lot of people want to blame Dave, but like if you really look at it, like
Sure.
the last thing you see on Impact on TV is me roundhouse kicking Dave in the face, and
Right.
then this dismantle of OVE, and then I went on to cancel culture, Katie
Sure.
Floyd, RVD, and Joey Ryan. So it's like, and then like with all that stuff that happened with Joey, all that stuff got pulled, and rightfully so. And all this stuff should have got pulled, but wrong place, wrong time, wrong situation. I was the guy standing next to him, shoulder to shoulder. So it's like I haven't really talked to really haven't talked to him since all this, to be completely honest. And like um, I don't know, like
It's got to be
it's
strange. I mean,
it
for
is
you
really
guys,
very
I mean,
strange. But
having
like
spent as
that was
much.
the thing with me and Dave, is like we never really talked. I haven't lived with Dave since I was 17 years old. I'm
Right.
36 now.
Right.
You know,
Right. Right.
the only time we ever really talked was on the road. It was 18 years of our lives, 19 years of our
Yeah.
lives was on the road. At Rockstar every Wednesday, be like, "Hey, where are we going
Right.
this week or whatever?" He'd be like, "Oh, show up at my house at this time," and I would just show up at his house at that time, and
Right.
he told me to, and we would drive to whatever show we were booked on that weekend. He let
Right.
me focus and concentrate on being a family man, and raising my family, like
Sure.
despite what he was doing or whatever. Like I don't know, I wasn't involved with any of that. So it's like, and with the
Sure.
training, anyone could tell you with Rockstar, like I never even showed up to one training session, so who knows? I don't know what was going on. Does that make me responsible or reliable for
Yeah,
somebody
and
else?
that doesn't I wouldn't
Uh,
say that in any way makes you complicit, you know what I mean?
no, I don't. I wouldn't think so, but a lot of people jumped on there, and Jake Crist was right next to him. Like, no, like
Sure. Look,
they love
it's hard. It's hard when you're that close, you know what I mean? Like, when you
that.
guys are that linked that together, it's just hard for people to not separate, separate the two of you, you know what I'm saying? So,
Absolutely.
it had to be weird, and it had to be awkward, and, it's interesting to hear you say that. I mean, that's kinda how your guys' relationship was, 'cause I guess I didn't realize that. Like, I didn't realize that basically it was in the car and out of the car, and you guys separated, you know what I mean? Like, you went home and did the family man thing, and he went off and did his thing, you know what I mean?
Text it.
I will.
I
Oh,
broke up like in the middle. Like,
son of a
but
son of a b
yeah,
I
man,
tell you what, I
that was
blame Steve
that was
Jobs. Can you
that
hear
was
me
the
now?
big thing. Like, I
You
didn't know what was going on. I don't see your text if you're texting me,
I didn't.
but I'll just keep. I guess I'll just keep talking. But with that situation, they both would get a hold of me, and then like I said, I just wouldn't text back or so on and so forth.
I
And
gotcha.
fortunately, like I haven't spoke with them, either one of them, since this all this stuff went down. I don't know if they
Yeah,
just
man.
holes or what.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like I mean, the whole all of it's just really unfortunate, you know what I mean? It's
It is.
to
It's
me.
it really sucks for the victims, like all the people that got hurt. Because like that's what really sucks, and trying to cipher through everything and see what was, because there's some things. It's like, yeah, like that sounds like something they would do, or that sounds like something this guy would do. I think that was across the board throughout all of professional wrestling. And
I
then it's like
gotcha.
you scratch your head, like on some of the stories that you've seen and been through. It's like, how is this guy not on the list?
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
I think that when like a lot of the speaking out stuff was happening, a lot of people were like, "So when's so and so going down?" You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, when's this person gonna take the fall? Because I know some shit about this person, and what's fucked up is there's just like the business, unfortunately, is filled with it, man. Like the business is,
man.
you know,
Now you're
if the
breaking
business
up.
is filled with, well,
Uh,
here's what we're gonna do. Uh,
Gonna have to text this one to me. Do 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 do. Yeah, man, that sucks. I know it's not me. My phone's at like 19%. Oh, sweet.
yeah.
Let's do it. My
Can you hear me now
socials
at
are
all?
easy.
Yeah.
Face. No, I
Yeah.
can't hear you now. My Facebook
Okay.
is just Jake Chris. Like just look me up, Jake Chris. I don't think I'm probably at 5,000 capacity, anyways. I don't know. As far as Twitter and Instagram, I'm at the Jake Chris. Just hit me up anytime, especially if you want to book me. If you're a promoter out there, you want to book me, hit me up on my socials.
Well, hopefully you can hear me now. Yeah,
Yeah,
no? Okay, awesome. Buddy, I love you so much. Thank you for doing
you,
this,
my
man.
friend.
You're the fucking best. It's I'm gonna say it now, and I'm gonna tell you again after. Okay, I love you so much. It's always been a pleasure to work you. Thank you for being always being cool, and thanks for doing the
I
show.
love you too.
Uh,
Even though the
hope.
whole time you're breaking up, but I could see I became an intelligent mind reader.
Yeah.
I'm like a mind freak. I'm like Chris Angel over here, like mind freaking. I could see your lips moving in the direction. I love you too, brother, and it's a
You
pleasure
can
to
feel the
work
word.
you too, my friend.
Yes, sir, buddy. I love you, man. Hey, folks, thanks for joining us. Hope you had a great time. And if not, you can go fuck yourself.